If we're going to do this, we'll...
How could I...
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread.
All right.
Ready, go?
All right. This must have been a nice place once. It will be again. That's all of them. Come on, Toggle. Let's head back to Bog. Good girl. You deserve a rest. That's all of them. A wine cannot.
Lord Rosfield.
Perhaps. Have you learned anything?
Little and less.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not, even now, our
Fallen ruins, I take it.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnant, as if protecting the secrets.
Secrets we'd see.
Should our methods be of interest, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our...
Would that be possible?
If...
All right. A village built around an airship. Sounds like another lost wing. I hope the inhabitants are just as friendly.
The greater number of our order live among the masses, hidden in plain sight. Even here in Tabor. Sisters pose as...
My colleagues await you in Kretov, my lord. But say the word.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer, you can swing.
Blah.
Anyone without a blade, come and get one. Sharpest edge in Dravost, guaranteed.
Well,
I never have get. Okay.
Blackthorn. Oh. One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice, unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved a nut. So then, long enough for us two to turn into a pair.
That your idea of an apology?
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best.
But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, Almar, he left it to me. The best blacksmith. Bloody stupid. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and... But our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen.
So you're wasting half of...
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequence. I may be a selfish prick, but I...
What you had to do...
Even if it meant we all starved?
enough. You can finish beating each other up once Drap...
Fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clive. Short. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try. You, Right, don't... Oh!
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And they'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back.
Good idea. Get yourself...
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. Once the scouts... No heroic last step.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do. The people here are tough and willing. But they're...
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, and it won't come to that. Take good care of Dravost till I get back.
Leave it to me. And...
All right. Is that it? Apparently not. They're not getting past me. the question. Did I miss any?
Man, as many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall, but we got...
Good.
In time, yeah.
Sid! Enough to give those Akashic monsters, but mostly...
I'm afraid I've only There's no getting rid of that ether, meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your...
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but with ether floods springing up all over, it's no let. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Black, that's twice you've turned up when Dravosh needed you. So...
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you for...
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always... envied you. How you made everything look so easy. When you leaving gave me the perfect and from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said, you'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this...
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Our work used to be the pride of doubt. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but the average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravosh what a true master black. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same...
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept. There's people who trust their lives to my steel. And I dare. But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the crop.
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come court.
Blackthorn. I never thought I'd...
I'd say that went pretty well.
Even better than I...
Sid.
And this is?
But I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. Between the two of us. I'd say...
Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan...
As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan.
Come on.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Time to fight.
You'll pay for this. May still be survivors. Farewell. Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader. Too slow. Should have stayed. These must be Cyril's.
You have our thanks.
Who are you?
We thanks to them, and to you. We were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that? Your brothers might still be alive. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering a duty of the highest import, as I'm sure...
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your...
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. May the firebirds flame, but...
thing to lay down your life for another. But for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Think no more of us, my lord. Only deliver our findings.
Let us continue then. There is a second hull.
I shall prepare the parchment.
Ah.
It.
My thank. I
Sit with
then.
Everything's back the way it was. I don't know how.
Take that, you naughty... Are you there?
Mate. I'm afraid they... Oh, the life back. Oh.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor? That's easy. One of them swings...
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still... Ah, I see anything that or has been... Come on.
Those ne'er-do-wells want to ban.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
I'd better let Victor know.
Ah, I see the...
No.
Well, and if... I don't know.
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
He knew all along.
Forgive me for disturbing.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they...
Well,
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers' side?
But perhaps not in this. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of. And so must I. And now I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalamil have something to... I'll need to make a suitably dramatic... Trust me, little one.
How could it possibly be for the...
You sure you're making the right choice?
Of those available to me, right then. If I'll...
So quiet.
Him again.
So,
Yeah, but
it's...
I don't...
Eloise.
Thank you, Clive. Here. Well then, I said the first thing we'll need.
You're still in a go.
But we shall.
Well.
I'm not.
You wanted to...
The man I was watching earlier. He represents the silver...
I don't think I've...
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. And they're still expanding. And judging by her reaction...
And you'd rather...
I would rather she did. And I would never deny her such. Eloise saved me from slavery. But this, I won't let her give up on her. She freed me, and she must be freed from...
You're a good man, Thief.
I have always been grateful, and I want to repay the favor. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns...
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show... Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, these bearers... That's a job for the... Clive.
That it?
Yes. You couldn't do me a...
What is it, this?
Nothing. I'd find out.
All right.
Thanks.
Don't blame yourself. I know, no, but...
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican Army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the Army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity?
None at all.
Elle? I saw Vonnie.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bear. How did the Consortium even...
It's not so surprising. This isn't over. I'm going to Randall up.
Alone?
Are you offering to be my boss? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the Capitol gates. I'll send an owler.
Well... from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium.
Yeah. All right. To Randalar, then. And better not keep Eloise waiting.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we run out of happy nuts and all.
These days.
We were just about to...
It's funny. You remember Camille? Wibby used the steel, meanwhile. Will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of Oz, and that whetstone from the Outer Isles? That'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort.
Now, save that talk to the thing. Right,
To the...
well, bugger me.
The sword to end all swords.
It's... Thank you.
So, does this make you...
It'll take more than that to... We're up for the chat.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
Oh, good night.
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah!
Good.
Oh. Nay. But...
She's a beauty.
You saved my beacon again, Sid! And I... It's... It's... So? What do you reckon? It's... I can't think of it. What the...
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
Yeah. You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. It's just... I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels...
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Tyre.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame you never had a moment to enjoy it.
I still say it were a compliment.
Ah, Clive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Barnabas Tharm, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the Kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldemark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive?
Do you think you can get us back to that?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were right bast. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be with.
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelf.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Back again? How may I help you today? Here's the latest information I have. Study it well, Clive. Thus ends today's lesson.
How are you feeling?
Light. Mid here. Drip.
Good.
Thank you, Ty. I'm...
He's gone. Thank you. And you, Clive.
Oh, see that.
The man you helped today back in the Southern Isles. On the front lines of... I was still a child when they but in... A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But mine... I've no... I...
Please. Your Grace, stay strong. Ah, my Lord Marquis. It was the greatest honor of my life. But now, so I bid you. Your companions are kind in... I must admit... But I see now...
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but...
But
His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard and our supplies are... Unless we can secure more soon. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you.
for Joshua, anything.
Thank you.
So?
A rare herb by the name of... It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole... The search continues for a new source.
So it's only that you can't reach it? The stone and water...
Well, yeah...
Then I shall go in your step.
But my...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant.
Well, if you're sure, Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red bloom. I had only thought to ask for your assistance in finding a new source of Stonerwort. But if you're sure about collecting it from the flood by the aqueduct,
Good girl.
Faster!
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stonewort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. Just my luck. Well, I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it. Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. All right. That should do it.
and my mortar. Purge them of their sin.
You'll regret doing my mother's bidding. Let's try.
Give me thunder!
Your work here is done.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Yote, I brought...
Yes, my lord. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find...
I'm very glad to.
You and his grace are very much alike. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourself.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a...
I am honored, but I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
You and your brother really are alike, my lord. Though selflessness is a virtue, I beg you, please take more care of yourselves. You and your brother really are alike, my lord.
Clive, I wanted...
What's this?
a chest of all the medicine. Seeing as you're so reluctant to come to the infirmary, I thought you...
I'm sure it will be entire.
And work Rodrigue all the harder, you mean? He's a quick study. But he's got... I'll take that particular piece of advice when you heed it yourself. Besides, who else is going to see that your brother...
Who indeed?
I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Clive, you must listen to this.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the... And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural, but while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example. One that will reveal...
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you had. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins. And though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished, I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Mid said I could ride it.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with... If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. I might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. You'll be needing passage home.
But... very well.
If there are no questions...
Let me know when you're leaving.
Of course.
I am certain we will find what we seek in Ash, and learn the truth of Ultima's origins. How do you...
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly,
Can't a man wish his friend fell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things.
I'll hold you to it.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it. Always wanted to visit Ash.
We're in Waloed territory now. Don't expect a warm welcome.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
Amber all over again. Where the hell are the royalists?
Seems you were right about that welcome after all, Clive. Aye, aye.
Is the whole of Ash fallen into Ultima's hands?
That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's Spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it. We press on to Stone here.
Aye, you never know. It might not be a nest of slabbering monsters.
Clive, you must go on ahead without me. This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older. It may yet hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do. Mostly.
You sure about this?
About leaving my brother on his own. Of course. Mostly.
Lady Vivian's map is so old it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far from a village called Eastla.
Then we make our way there, resupply, and wait for Joshua.
This place reeks like a mogul's arsehole. Though I'm guessing it's not the smell that'll kill us.
Farewell.
Bahamut's breath. Don't look down, Torgal. That must be Estla. What do you think, Clive?
Then we're too late.
Damn it. They're all turned. There's nothing we can do.
I wouldn't say nothing.
No quarter, Gav!
No quarter!
Farewell!
Like this?
A question for later, Gav. It's over. Here they come!
And come, and come, and come. I don't want to die here, Clive.
Then don't! Let there be light!
worthy isn't. Gav. Gav!
Don't tell me there's more of the bastards.
Oh, fuck. Have you come to watch, Odin?
Bound for stone here. Good. My master awaits you in the capital, though I cannot allow you to attend him in your present state.
And how are you going to stop us?
Why, with this!
What did you do?
If the vessel would see the path opened, it has but to ask. I shall see that my master's prize is made presentable.
Shit! No!
alive. Would you mind telling me what the fuck just happened? Oh, you've got to be. How are we supposed to get through that?
We seek an audience with the king. If His Majesty wants me to come and ask him, then that is exactly what I'll do.
Before you go practicing your petition, we don't even know where the fucker went. How about we cool our heads and think this through, eh?
All right.
Maybe there's something here we can use.